This poem's called Plaster, and it's about being an artist in Alberta. From the dry dust of the prairies you grew up in, and the hot, wet air between our mouths, you made plaster to set the shape of the future. And needless to say, you've exhausted every mold by this point, resorted to just dumping it on the highway, stiffened with the sun that felt condemning, while persistently beating the sweat off your arms to drip into the plaster your hands work furiously to shape. Never truly drying with the renewing moisture, your lover places their hands on your shoulders. Tact and common sense dictate it's time to give up, the sun says politely as it crosses the sky. Perhaps you should go. Disappearing behind a mockingly flat horizon, you watch his exit. You pack up your things and head home to bed where you can expect unfulfilling sex and mental wandering, often at the same time. But before you're consumed by respite from consciousness, you realize you haven't said goodnight aloud in quite a while. But as your mouth creaks open, the water that earlier was so proud to spill from your body is absent. The prairie dust is back. Even laying next to the best part of your life that chokes your words and coats your mouth. You wanted water, just not badly enough to get up. Morning comes and you know full well that coffee is the only thing that can wash the plaster from your mouth. Plaster. You remember. You run to the highway with legs long dormant and you look for the hardened mess on the road. Every dead animal is a false alarm. Eventually, though, you see it. Hardened to the ground beside a four-way stop. The sun got to it like it gets to you. The plaster is rough and a shape devoid of meaning, but that doesn't stop you from finding a meaning. It's beautiful. But only from the inside. It's beautiful. In the same way your friends describe the concerts that you couldn't go to. It's beautiful. And you want to tell the world, even though you know the story ends with, you had to be there. You run back to that dusty bed like a child, so you can share this sight with the best example of love you can think of, but they're not there. They never really were. You woke up early and climbed it back into bed even earlier. Are you dreaming? Would it even matter if you were? It's noon, and the sun is right above you, urgently warning that there's nothing for you here. The wheat to either side of the highway has about as much spine as any person to try and admire the fact that no matter how loudly you're screaming at the colossal skies that brought people here in the first place, your mouth will fill up with enough dust to build you a city. This is where you are. And like that plaster, I pray that you'll stick to the road for the rest of your life. Thank you.